Today I'm going to talk about The City of the Dead, released September 1960. This is a cult classic, stars Christopher Lee. It was written by Milton Subotsky and directed by John Llewellyn Moxey. Um, he has also done other like cult horror films like A Taste of Evil, The House I Would Not Die, Home for the Holidays, and Where Have All the People Gone, to name a few. So, this is a good classic witchcraft horror film. Now, this film was released and shot and released around the same time as Psycho. I'm pretty sure it was this one went into production first, and then Psycho did. But then they finished Psycho first. Psycho finished was completed before it and was released before this one was. But yeah. Anyways, so there's quite a bit of similarities to it and stuff. You have the lone girl driving to a desolate, like eerie place on her own, and like a lot of other similarities to it. So going to try not to spoil some of it, but I'm going to tell you I'm probably going to slip up and say some spoilers and stuff, just so you're aware. But yeah, anyways, so the story of this film goes that there's this young student, and she's writing a paper for her final thesis for university on witchcraft, and a professor who is played by Christopher Lee suggests that she goes to this small town that he's from. I think it's called like Winter Haven or something like that, and yeah, where a lot of the witch executions took place during the Salem witch trials. So she does. She goes on this eerie drive and trying to find the place, and then eventually does. She picks up a hitchhiker who magically disappears, which is odd, and yeah, and weird eerie things like that happen. And it was the atmosphere in this film is so well done, like put together. The set design to the lighting of the sets and everything, the cinematography, the acting is all outstanding in this. It was very well thought out and put together. And yeah, so when she gets there, she stays at the Raven Inn, and then she ends up disappearing while she's staying there. And her boyfriend at the time, who didn't want her to go in the first place, is not sure why. So him and a couple of his friends, and the girl who runs the library, who the chick borrowed a book on witchcraft from, goes to see if they can find her and find out what's going on. So they go there, and then there's the second half of the film is more of like a mystery, trying to put it all together. Which they uncover is their the town still celebrates witchcraft and Satanism, so they sacrifice people on certain days of the year, and yeah, and basically they uncover it, and then they have to try to find a way to get out of the town, and yeah, prevent it from happening and stuff. Overall, this film is really well put together. I love the imagery in it. It is very dark, and yeah, the way they constructed it was very reminiscent of Psycho, as you can probably piece together from what I just told you. And well, you probably fill in the blanks of what happened. But yeah. And yeah, overall, it was a really good time. I really enjoyed this film. I loved like the atmosphere, like I said, and stuff like that. There is one thing I absolutely hated about it, and that's like it could only be like the transfer I was watching or whatever. But the one I was watching, the one that's on Shutter. But by the way, this film's on Shutter right now. No, there's not an advertisement for it or anything. I'm just saying it's on there, just so you know, so you can find it. But yeah, the music definitely takes you out of it. It's too happy. If they had more darker music, sort of like a Dracula or something like that, this would have been a fantastic film. But that sort of takes you out of the mood a bit, and it kind of doesn't do it. But I love like the pacing of it and everything, and there's not much else to say about it. It's a very short, it's like an hour and 15-minute long film. It's very good, and it's definitely one that gets overlooked a lot, I find. It's on par with like it's darker and stuff than House on Haunted Hill, but it's still on par with like the classics like Dracula and Frankenstein, I thought, with more of a darker edge, with a Psycho vibe. So yeah, if you like any of those type of films, you're probably gonna really enjoy this one. This one is in black and white, so I know half the people nowadays probably won't even check it out because people, for some reason, can't stand black and white unless you're a huge cinephile or something like that. So, yeah, but yeah, it's a really good, fun time, and I think a lot of people should check it out. And it still stands way higher on the ratings scale than majority of what films that have witchcraft in it, because majority of it is very cliche and Hollywood-esque. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna give The City of the Dead 4.5 out of 5 because this one is definitely one you should check out. I'll find the trailer and link it down below. If I could even find the whole film, because you can find it in public domain stuff under a different title. I think it's called like Horror Hotel or something like that. But if I can find it, I'll link that down below. But yeah. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. It's very creepy, weird. The music might take you out of it, but overall, it is fantastic, and it's cool seeing a younger Christopher Lee in the film. So, yep, that's all I have to say for this one. So, yeah, make sure you check out my links down below that I posted of it. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually have the film title and hashtag and throw the subgenre of film in there in case it's something you're not interested in, you're aware of it. So make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it, and we can keep this film around and alive. Maybe get like a Blu-ray or a 4K type release or something like that, restoration. That'll be sick. That's if it's not out already. I haven't really looked into that, but yeah. Yeah, so make sure you like it. Share this video. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you've seen it. Let me know what you thought. Did you love it as much as I did? I'd love to hear what you thought. And if you have any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on and that you think I should shine a spotlight on so more people can find them and be aware of them, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. And hopefully I can help you find something weird and obscure that you never think of checking out. So yeah, but that's it for this one. So yeah, hopefully witchcraft and Satanism become prevalent in new modern films instead of all this cookie cutter junk that's coming out now. But that's probably not going to be the case. I probably have to go to YouTube and find some ridiculous YouTubers doing stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll see you all in the next review, which actually is not a horror review. It'll be something a little different and a little odd because I don't really watch films like what I'm planning on watching next. So I guess I'll see you in the next review. Take care, and yeah, cheers.